traders, and welcome to the official channel of the Goat Funded Trader. In this video, I want to continue the teaching series that I started a long time ago. And basically today I want to talk about the importance of the change of character when looking for entries as a confluence, and also when to use them, when to avoid them. For example, there are some moments where you are going to see some fake change of characters. I want to talk about all of this because at Goat Funded Trader, we want to see the traders winning. We want to form a team. We want to win together. So remember the fact that at Goat Funded Trader, you have up to 95% profit split. You have no minimum trading days and also no time limit in order to take our challenges. So first of all, I want us to take a look on the Goat Funded Trader website, and then we are going to jump directly into today's lesson. So I'm on the pricing table, and I want to show you the fact that Goat has a normal challenge and a swap-free challenge. So you have two variants, and also for these two variants, you have another two variants, meaning the no time limit challenge and also the classic challenge, both for the normal one and also for the swap-free one. So you basically have a lot of variants, and also I know that in the future, Goat is going to add more and more advantages for you, and they're going to announce them either on Twitter or on Instagram. So you might want to follow us for future updates and also to join our Discord community that you can find in the description box. Okay, so now going back to the lesson, first of all, I want to talk about what is exactly a change of character for the people that are new here on the channel and maybe in the trading industry. So I want to clarify the fact that a change of character represents exactly the moment when a higher low or a lower high is taken out. The movement is kind of aggressive because we consider it valid either way. Week to week, week to body, body to body, week to body. I'm going to explain you on chart better in the future. By the way, this PDF is made entirely by myself, and I worked on it like 3 months. I wanted to make all the information as easy as possible for any beginner in the trading industry. Again, we use it especially on lower time frames when we look for our entries. Usually I don't look for change of character in order to take entries on higher time frames. It makes absolutely no sense. I only look at them on higher time frames in order to observe better the market structure, not for entry purposes, not as an entry confluence. So for me as a day trader, I look for a change of character on 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. Okay, there are multiple ways to take an entry, and you'll see it soon. I will explain you how to take entries too, maybe in this video or in the immediate next one. Remember the fact that a change of character is only valid when a break of structure happened before and when it comes from a POI. So this is the drawing on chart. As I explained before, the change of character is only valid when a break of structure happened before. Basically a sub break of structure. It doesn't have to be a real break of structure. It doesn't have to break anything. If you remember from the past lessons, this is how a sub break of structure looks like. It doesn't break anything in the leg, it just continues the movement. Again, it has to come from a POI. A POI can be an institutional candle or a refined supply or demand area for the ones that use supply and demand. As you can see, the price came inside our POI. Maybe this is a supply area, let's consider it this way, and made a change of character, meaning the fact that when we say change of character, we refer to the fact that the market changes direction. It's the first movement that we see on chart, observing the fact that the market might change direction in the future. So that's why we move fast and we try to take an entry there. This is a confluence for our trade. So break of structure, mitigation of the POI, the market goes down, then change direction, makes a lower low and a lower high, and then the price goes down probably if our trade will work, because again, in the future, you will see that there are some examples where the change of character is invalidated, is a false one, and I will explain you what to do in that situation. This is an example on chart. As you can see, there was an accumulation over here, there was a range, a lot of buy-side liquidity sitting over here. This was the Asian high in that specific day. I'm pretty sure this is on 2 minutes. Yeah, this is a 2-minute time frame. Sub-break of structure, mitigation of the POI. After some time, the market goes down, makes the change of character, meaning that the price takes the last bearish candle over here, and then it continues lower. Now, there are some situations when the break of structure and the change of character doesn't work in our favor. It means that sometimes the setup that we're imagining is invalidated by the next movement of the market, the next movement of the price. As you can see here, we had the break of structure to the downside, then the price came down, came up, it made a strong wick of rejection, and then, as you can see, this candle closed lower than the one that caused the change of character to the upside, right? So in this moment, when I see this thing happening, I don't consider this structure valid anymore. I don't consider this change of character valid anymore. And I will show you more examples on charts next. So as you can see, we consider it a false change of character because the price broke the low with the wick. So our change of character is not valid. I want to repeat the fact that I take change of characters in an aggressive mode from week to week, from week to body, from body to body, and so on. It doesn't really matter. Whereas for the break of structure, I have clear rules. It has to be from week to body or from body to body, but never from body to week or from week to week. Now I want to go for some examples on chart. I'm on Euro USD on 15 minutes, and I want to show you exactly how this thing goes. I will just take multiple examples. I won't share with you exactly how I will take the trade because I will keep that for another lesson. Right now I want us to focus more on the change of character itself and how to identify it. So for example here, I see pretty clear the fact that over here at the last bearish candle, we had a sub-break of structure followed immediately by a change of character. This is a 15-minute change of character. The movement came from a POI to the left. I put a straight line. I don't know how much should I go to the left. But yes, as you can see, this was our area. It was somewhere over here. I would include this wick over here too, and I will go to the right with it. This is the refinement of a bigger area. I imagine the fact that this whole area marked with gray by me was maybe a daily supply, yeah, probably, or a weekly supply that I marked. And this is the refinement on 15 minutes. If I go to the right with it, the change of character started from it, and it gave us a nice reaction. And also we had an entry, but again, I will talk about entries later. So this is exactly how it is. It's pretty simple. Sub-break of structure, mitigation of the POI, and then the price goes in the favorable direction. It changed direction from a bullish market to a bearish one. So as you can see, the last bearish candle is the one that shows us the fact that the change of character happened. I will look again for another one. For example, here again, let me go on 4 hours. This is tricky because it wasn't an imbalance, but we can consider it an area. This is our imbalance zone that gave us the nice bullish reaction that we can use in the future as reference. Okay, so there was this bullish reaction from the imbalance, and on 15 minutes on our refinement. In the New York session, what I can see on 15 minutes is the fact that there was a sub-break of structure happening over here, and then after the sub-break of structure to the downside, there is the mitigation of the imbalance that stops somewhere over here. Then the market has a bullish push, comes back a little bit, ranges for a while, and then the price comes over here, takes the buy side liquidity from the range, and eventually creates the change of character for us, which is the last bearish candle in this case that was taken by this bullish push. So this is our 15-minute change of character. So for a bullish change of character, it has to be the last bearish candle. For a bearish change of character, it has to be the last bullish candle. This is how it is. This is the bearish leg that we are considering. Let me circle it. And this is the bullish leg that we are looking for. So the movement starts from here and it changes over here. And that's how we are going to look for a trade based on that. This is one of our confluences for a trade. But again, I'm going to talk about trades in the future and how to take them. So yeah, this is it. And now I want to talk about a false change of character because it happens a lot, and I want you to know exactly what to do when one of it happens. So let me look for one shortly. Oh, maybe over here. No, actually this is not a great example because this is not a sub-break of structure. Let me see. Okay, let's take this example here. I want you to focus on this Asian range, right? This Asian range over here, we take it into consideration because first of all, we see that it started from this POI on the left. This was the demand area that started this movement. So basically I see sub-break of structure to the downside, followed by a change of character to the upside, right? This one over here, I will take the week 2. So I consider the last bearish candle over here that formed this week 2 on 15 minutes. And now what I see is a nice bullish push, but after some time, when the price comes back in London, I can see the fact that the price closes with the wick deeper than our point that started the 15 minutes change of character. So if I trace a straight line from this point, from this candle over here to this movement over here, I can see that it went past it, right? This candle closed below it. So at this point, I consider this a false change of character. And usually how do I note it? Exactly like this. I go over here with a line, a small line, and I note it as a false change of character, FC. So at this point, usually what happens is for the movement to go right. Yeah, that's true. So especially in the wider areas, for example, in a supply or demand on 4 hours, it is usual for the price to go once, to mitigate the zone once, to create a false change of character, and then for the trade to actually go in the right direction. So for example, here, let's go on 5 minutes. This is not really a wide area, this is only a 15-minute area, but however, if we go here, you don't follow the first movement, you follow this movement. Let's say that we consider the change of character on 5 minutes. This is the sub-Rico structure over here, the 5-minute change of character over here, and then you take the trade from the extreme, somewhere over here, right? You take an entry like this, and let's say that you cover the extreme with the stop loss, and then you go for your target. This is exactly what happens, right? You set your TP accordingly. But again, usually after a false change of character, especially if the market goes in your favorable direction, if you're pro-trend, for example, if you're situated in a good area, this is what happens in wider areas. First, the price makes a false change of character, and then it follows by the real one, the one that gives us the entry for the trade. So I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I hope that you learned something from it. I hope that it helped. And if you're interested in taking our challenges at Gold Funded Trader, don't forget to check our website, to join our Discord community, and also to see more lessons here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.